What's up, guys? My name is Ken Roczen, and this is Uncapped. So I travel a lot throughout the whole world, and there's nothing that drives me more crazy than when you're at baggage claim and you have the entire flight standing an inch away from the belt and you can't get your luggage, and you can't even see if your luggage is coming out. That's probably I bitch about it all the time. Chocolate, definitely. I'm a milk chocolate kind of guy. Well, the show that I've probably watched the most is Eastbound and Down. Just rewatched The Office too, probably the 5th time. Bias would probably be quick pop-ups on the surfboard.
Quicker the pop-up, faster you go, low you're gonna go, tall you're gonna fall.
Dates back to like when I first started riding, and we would always say that riding is fun, but we're not riding just for fun. No, I do. During the off season, I like to take Saturday and have a longer cardio session, like a 2 to 3 hour bike ride or something like that, and then, you know, have all Saturday afternoon and whole Sunday to recover from Monday. And Monday is usually like not the greatest day. Monday is always the hardest for some reason. Like even after racing, the first day back riding, you just kind of feel crusty a little bit, groggy sometimes. Like it definitely takes an adjustment. So I love mountain biking. Obviously riding dirt bikes, it translates over really well. So when I'm in Southern California, I've always loved mountain biking. Besides all of that, surfing is definitely my getaway. Like I love being in the water, and especially if I can share that with anything you do, sharing that with friends or family that you can do together is definitely the way to go. So right now we are in Corona at the test track, and used to be my original actually stomping grounds when I started riding Supercross, as I lived in Murrieta, Menifee area. It's just been a long time since I've ridden here, so it feels kind of nice. Just a little change of pace compared to like always going to the same spot at home, and yeah, it should be a good day. Just want to get like the warm up out of the way. Woo! Ready to go. Always metal and reggae. I know they're the polar opposites, but like those are my go-tos. Every Thursday, flying to the race, I've been to In-N-Out.
Double or triple?
No, double, protein style. My bus driver gets animal style, and I may or may not steal a couple fries every now and then. I'm definitely trying to shock. Like I said, I need to try and get the squat out of the turns. I get rid of that a little bit. It's a little bit too much. I'm gonna try something, and it's I either like it better or I don't.
Yep.
Keep it simple. It's always the first day. It doesn't matter if you ride Monday or Tuesday. If it's the first day riding after the weekend, you kind of have to shake the cobwebs off a little bit. Oh, Kickstart Kenny. It's just my my butt patch. Being years and years and years on a motorcycle that has electric start, I kind of went backwards in time a little bit and jumped on a bike that does not have a electric start. We're still kickstarting our bike, and somehow Kickstart Kenny was born. I'm on my way of making 2025 my bitch. Can't fast forward though, so you gotta take it one day at a time. I feel really collected, I feel calm. I'm doing my good work every single day, and I'm just trying to stay pretty relaxed. I think that's the most important, especially when you're in a high stress environment, you know, racing every single weekend. Had a lot more wins in my mid-20s, you know, kind of like before my injuries really. Had a bunch of wins, and they seemed like they came a bit easier than than now. So being on the podium now, or I would say a top 5 is definitely good for me, but being on the podium is definitely always the goal. Anywhere between first and third is amazing, and so far in the last couple of years I've been able to get a win here and there. And yeah, I'm just working on being consistent this year and not have those bad weekends where you're really eating a lot of points. So just trying to be there every single weekend. Luckily, I've had a lot of memorable moments from being really young. Obviously, I had a lot of success when I was super young, like winning the Motocross of Nations with Team Germany, being the youngest GP winner ever. But one thing that stands out to me for sure is my first win back. It was 1,092 days after my my left arm injury. So getting back to that level of actually being able to win a main event, and then have won quite a few since then. One of my absolute favorite ones though, for sure, is 2023, when I jumped back on the Suzuki after a long time and I was able to get that win in Indianapolis. That was a big, memorable night, just because it was, I had a lot of doubters out there, you know, not being on the newest bike, and we put in so much work, and then finally just being able to get a win under my belt when everybody thought we couldn't was pretty amazing for me. I don't know, I would never get... He's very blunt, very European, kind of like how I am in a sense, and it's just funny, and he does just amazing food, and I love his enthusiasm when it comes to the kitchen. And I love food, always have, especially different cultures, and I also love cooking when I have the time, and like everything about it, it's kind of like a bit of a hobby for sure. And then, you know, throughout the last few years, me and my wife, we've watched a lot of Gordon Ramsay TV shows and stuff, and yeah, I guess that's where it comes from. The first, you know, person that comes to my mind is my dad. Like, the way he raised me with the sport was a very hard East German, harsh way, like in a good way is what I'm saying. I go tip over in a turn when I was way too little for the bike. He would never come over and help me. He always let me do it by myself. So it's these little teaching moments that go a long way and make who you are down the road, you know. They shape your path a little bit. I just threw out the name Griffin, and you know, Griffin Colapinto was the only Griffin that we really knew. So ultimately, when you try to find names, you try to go for something that you don't know 15 people with the same name, you know what I mean? And we really liked it. It stuck right away. My wife was like, oh, that's it. So now I couldn't even imagine Griff not being Griff. So I guess in a way, yeah, it was after Griffin Colapinto, yeah. Even before I was an investor, like, it was always a logo that stood out to me. Browse through the shelves, and it always looked very high-end to me and clean. So that's like the first thing that caught my eye. And then of course, once you start using the product, you know, I fell in love with it and wanted to be a part of it. Having friends and you know, fellow athletes that support the team and support the brand, it's amazing. And especially, you know, we have this little group chat on Instagram, and it really makes you feel like you're part of it. All right, guys, we just finished up here at the test track today. We had a really good day doing some motos, getting the bike a little bit better, and as you can see, dirty face kids for life. We'll see you out there.